Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. Um, Today I'm going to be working on this diamond painting from Feel Look Art, and this is the Wizard of Oz. And I'm going to talk to you about some Wizard of Oz facts. Everybody loves the Wizard of Oz. It was done in 1939, starring Judy Garland. And just so you know, a fun fact about that, if you didn't know, she was 16 years old when she did that film. And she did an amazing job, beautiful singing, and it was just a beautiful, magical movie. But I'm going to tell you some facts, and we'll talk about The Wizard of Oz, and we'll work on Dorothy a bit. There's Dorothy there. I took out a color which goes in here. I'm going to be working on her dress a little bit, so we can get going and put some drills down for Dorothy, for Feel Look Art. So let me set you down here, get her in the screen. And let's pull back. Pull it back. I'm going to use my magnifying glass. And this is a 50 by 65 centimeter round diamond painting, like I said, from Feel Look Art. And this was part of their story series, and I chose The Wizard of Oz, one of my favorite movies. So I'm going to start. I have this pen that I'm going to use. I have some wax in there, and I'm going to start. It is sticky. I'm going to start working on Dorothy's dress. And I'm going to tell you some facts about The Wizard of Oz that you may or may not know yet. Why is this not working? Every time I get on camera, something doesn't work out. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna give up, and I'm gonna use the regular one. Can you see me? I think you can. Okay. So the first fact that I want to talk to you about is the fact that Dorothy's dress was actually pink. Dorothy's blue and white gingham dress was blue and light pink, which was easier to shoot in Technicolor. This three-strip film process was truly expensive and innovative at the time. One of the film's iconic lines isn't what you think it is. "Fly, my pretties, fly." That's what the Wicked Witch of the West says to her evil monkeys. Evil monkeys. Not quite. She actually never utters that oft-quoted line. What she actually says is, "Fly, fly, fly." The ruby slippers weren't always red. Where did I leave off here? So the ruby slippers weren't always red. The famous sequin shoes were originally silver, like they are in the Oz books, but MGM studio head Louis B. Mayer wanted to show off Technicolor, so he changed the hue of the shoes. Now the shoes are in the Smithsonian, which is a huge museum. The ruby red slippers that Judy Garland wore in the film were anonymously donated to the museum in 1979. The attraction is so popular that the carpet surrounding the shoes in the museum had been replaced multiple times due to visitors wearing and tearing. Did you know that another pair of the shoes were stolen? Judy Garland actually wore several pairs of shoes during filming. Another pair was on display in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, at a museum honoring the actress. In 2005, a thief broke in, smashed the plexiglass case, and stole the famous red slippers. After a 13-year manhunt, officers finally recovered the stolen shoes during an undercover operation in Minneapolis. However, there have been no arrests made, and the law enforcement agency is still seeking information about the 2005 theft. The Scarecrow was originally supposed to be the Tin Man. Buddy Ebsen, who would later on be known for hits like the Beverly Hillbillies, was originally cast as the Scarecrow, but he swapped roles with Ray Bolger. But he had to drop out due to a severe allergic reaction. When filming started, Ebsen had cramps and trouble breathing due to a severe allergic reaction to the aluminum dust used in the movie makeup. It forced him to leave the production. Jack Haley took the role of Tin Man, and the rest is cinematic history. Did you know that the Tin Man cried chocolate syrup? Of course, he's supposed to shed machine oil, but that didn't photograph well. The solution, chocolate syrup, is what really streamed down Jack Haley's silver face. Do you know how much Toto the dog earned in the movie? Terry, the little female Cairn Terrier that plays Toto, was paid $125 a week, though the dog's trainer always bemoaned not asking for more, since the producers were desperate to cast Terry. What a cute dog Toto was, wasn't she? The Munchkins took home less than half of Toto's salary at $50 a week, and Toto didn't have to sing and dance. Poor Munchkins, my goodness, they were so underpaid for the wonderful dancing and singing they did. The movie led to the creation of an activist group. Many little people who played Munchkins found lifelong friendships on set of The Wizard of Oz. The gathering of the little people on set led to the formation of the Midgets of America advocacy group, now known as Little People of America, according to activist Billy Barty. The film's most famous song, Over the Rainbow, was almost cut. Apparently, the studio didn't like it. They thought that it went on for too long. Thankfully, they left it in. See if I can get most of this dress done. So I'm using this really cheap pen. I should be using the other one, but it's not working for me. Vivian, it didn't work. If you're watching, it's not working. I don't know. Oh well, I got these other pens. Not like I don't have any pens to work with. Can you see that I'm working on Dorothy's dress? I'm not going in any particular order. I hope you're listening in diamond painting rather than watching me. There's a conspiracy theory about one scene. One of the most pervasive urban legends is the one of the 124 little people hung him. Hold on, let me start that again. One of the most pervasive urban legends is that one of the 124 little people hung himself during filming. Conspiracy theorists point to a dark shadow on the ground during one scene in the film. Wow. I didn't know that. Did you? That's why I'm telling you these facts. That dark spot in the background as Dorothy the Scarecrow and the Tin Man skipped down the yellow brick road, it was a bird. MGM had a bunch of exotic birds around the set to make the background look interesting. Did you know that the Wicked Witch got wicked burn while filming? But it wasn't from the sparks that shot off the ruby slippers. Those jolts were merely apple juice. Margaret Hamilton, who played the Wicked Witch, was badly burned, making her smoky exit from Munchkinland. Her dress, hat, and broom caught on fire and severely burned her face and hand. She had to recuperate for 6 weeks before resuming filming. But what her green makeup did to her skin might have been worse. Hamilton's green face paint was so toxic that she and several other actors couldn't eat once it was applied and had to subsist on a liquid diet via straw during the day. Plus, her face stayed green for weeks after shooting because of the copper-based ingredients. How many people liked the way Margaret Hamilton portrayed the Wicked Witch of the West? She did an amazing job, didn't she? On top of the physical torture, most of the Wicked Witch's scenes had to be edited or cut completely after being deemed too terrifying for children. So what's left is the unscary version. The same actor played the wizard and the professor. Did you know that? Sure, you probably knew that the fortune-telling Kansas professor and the great and powerful Oz are both actor Frank Morgan. He also played 3 other roles. Morgan was also the Emerald City cabbie driver in The Horse of a Different Color, a guard at the Wizard's Palace, and the doorkeeper there. Did you notice him playing all those roles? Professor Marvel claims to have worn L. Frank Baum's coat, or so the legend goes. The much debated story is that MGM's wardrobe department purchased a tattered coat at a local secondhand shop. A tag in the garment read L. Frank Baum. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Very cool. Can you imagine? Despite being dismissed as a stunt, several people from the production vouched for it, and the Oz author did spend the latter years of his life in Hollywood. Either way, it's a fitting tall tale. I guess they're still talking about the coat. Did you know that Glinda, the Wicked Witch of the North, who was played by Billy Burke, was 54 years old at the time, 18 years older than her counterpart, Margaret Hamilton, who portrayed the Wicked Witch of the West? Ray Bolger looked like a scarecrow for an extra year. The scarecrow's face prosthetics that Ray Bolger wore left a pattern of lines on his face that took more than a year to vanish. A woman can be heard saying, "Wherefore art thou, Romeo?" in the Scarecrow's song, "If I Only Had a Heart." The woman who sang this was the voice of Snow White in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Adriana Castellotti. For her single line, she was paid $1,000. Judy Garland wore a corset to appear more childlike. When the 16-year-old actress was told she got the job, she was immediately ordered to lose 12 pounds. Yikes. Did you know that Judy Garland almost didn't get the part of Dorothy? Despite being the producer's favorite, many other actresses were considered for the role. These included Deanna Durbin, Bonita Granville, and a young Shirley Temple. I'm sure glad that Judy Garland got the role. She was perfect. Dorothy almost had a very different look. At the beginning of filming, Judy Garland was wearing a blonde wig and a heavy baby doll makeup. This came to an end when George Cukor took over as director and insisted Judy showcase her natural looks. Did you know that there is a sweet hidden reference to the book? As she departed, Glinda the Good Witch gives Dorothy a kiss on the forehead. Though it's not explained in the movie, in the book, her kiss offers protection to Dorothy, because no one dare harm someone who bears the kiss of the Good Witch. Did you know that temperatures on set often exceeded 100 degrees? The early Technicolor process required more light than a normal film production, which is not great for those in heavy costumes and stage makeup. Did you know that the Cowardly Lion's costume was made of lion pelts? Talk about authentic. And his facial makeup included pieces of a brown paper bag. Between the hot temps on set and the 90 pounds of costume, Burt Lauer was pretty miserable and had to remove his suit completely between takes. Do you know what gave the horses of a different color? Can you guess? It's Jello crystals. They were stuck all over the multiple Emerald City horses, playing the horse of a different color to give them their color. But the scenes were shot quickly because the horses started to lick them off. I don't blame the horses. Oh my gosh, here's an interesting fact. Judy Garland's daughter, Liza Minnelli, married the Tin Man's son. Mind-blowing. In 1974, Garland's daughter, Liza Minnelli, married producer Jack Haley Jr., whose father was Jack Haley. They split in 1979. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Of all the facts I've told you so far, comment down below and tell me which one is most surprising to you. This one so far. Did you know that the movie, The Wizard of Oz, was a silent movie at first? If this creepy cast doesn't look familiar, that's because they're from the 1925 silent film version of the movie. The book actually inspired 3 silent films before the dawn of the talkies. I'm looking at pictures on a website called Good Housekeeping. That's where I'm getting my source from for these facts. The 1939 film was the 10th screen adaptation of the book. Now there are over 50 movie adaptations of the original story. To think that L. Frank Baum was only paid $75,000 for the rights to The Wizard of Oz. It was called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. By the way, I'm going to link Feel Look Art's website in the description box below. Go have a look at their diamond paintings. They will soon be coming out with a Valentine's Day love celebration. I've been contacted by them again to feature their February launch, so look out for that, hopefully soon. They haven't emailed me again, but they asked me to pick another canvas for the February event. So hopefully I'll be getting an email soon. Back to the facts. It flopped at the box office. Between coming out at the tail end of the Great Depression and competing with Gone with the Wind, another 1939 release, the film barely recouped its $2.8 million budget. But it still nabbed some Oscars. Despite the heavy competition, the film managed to win 2 Oscars for Best Original Score and Best Original Song. Judy won too, kind of. Garland was awarded a miniature trophy for her performance in the now defunct Juvenile Award category, which was given to children. She referred to it as the Munchkin Award. The film was shown on television in 1956. Since then, it's become a beloved, massive hit. It might also be the most influential film of all time. According to researchers at the University of Turin, this movie is the most influential film, meaning that it influenced more films than any other single films. The Wizard of Oz beat out Star Wars and Psycho. Wow, those are 40 facts that I just shared with you. Interesting, huh? Share down below which one was your favorite, which one were you most surprised by? Is there something you didn't know that was really surprising to you? Well, that's what I just said, duh. Oh my gosh. Today was an interesting day. Oh my goodness. Well, I am at 22 minutes and I've put quite a few diamonds down for Dorothy's dress, and I just wanted to come on and put some diamonds down for you guys and talk about The Wizard of Oz, since it was a favorite of so many people and it comes on every year, and every year I enjoy watching it. Please comment below and let me know if it's one of your favorites. There were other stories that were featured in the storytelling event for Feel Like Art. There was Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, and I can't remember the other one. I can't remember. I know I said it in my previous video when I was unboxing this diamond painting, so you can go and check there. There was a phantom. I put a few down, eh? I don't want to bore you to keep going, especially with this diamond painting pen, the cheapest one, but that's all I had lurking around. These days, this dress here of Dorothy's is called gingham. Go figure. But it was supposed to be pink. So guys, I hope you enjoyed me listening to some Wizard of Oz facts. And if you were watching me diamond paint, I hope you enjoyed it and I didn't bore you too much with what I'm doing here. I hope you were doing your own diamond painting while you were listening. But I'm going to cut it off here. I won't keep you too much longer. Thank you for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.